Just when you think it ain't gonna get worse. We're gonna cover a few things about Charleston White. Sad but true. But I want to share a few things that makes me happy. Maybe I can share the happiness. Upon looking at the paperwork of Charleston White's bond conditions, he was strongly urged, because that's how he violated before, not to be around any illegal, mood changing, mind altering chemicals. Now, before y'all jump on my timeline, let me finish. I understand he says the judge was pissed off because he had an out-of-state marijuana license. That could be so. Some of us do. But he didn't forget about the paperwork that he signed to get that marijuana license. He's forgetting about the law in the area where he's from. See, in most southern states, they could care less about laws from another state's jurisdiction. Also, it's up to the discretion of the police department or the officer whether or not they respect the fact that you have a cannabis license. And when you're from a small southern town, that will never ever legalize marijuana. Also, when you do, and ask grandmama and a few more people that may have it, or cousins that may have the license. In order to consume it, carry it, or possess it, it must be in the original wrapping it came up in Charleston White. Now, that brings me to your latest tirade on TikTok before you get banned. I'm going to talk about that briefly too. When you first came on TikTok, you at your cabinet rolling. And you know what you were rolling out of? A regular street corner sack. That wasn't good enough for you. Got ready to meet and greet on TikTok before you found out you were getting restricted and blocked. On the other side of the counter, there's another bag in Charleston White. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I'm a southerner. Been down south the last 30 years of my life. And what he said up on his release and what he did on that TikTok, I don't think anybody has to reach out or green light as Charleston White. He's gonna do it himself. Moving on. He's had another disabled child tirade. Also, he said, out of his own words, go find it. He said he wished they cut all food stamps off in Chicago. I don't know what my people done did to him. I don't know what Cook County done did to him. For him to have, just hate it. That ain't nothing, because that's not going to happen. Poor folks got to eat too. If you ain't concerned about the farmers getting food stamps every year, why you worried about that single black mom, Charleston White? You are so quick to talk about a food program, but you cannot be college or intellectually educated not to know that farmers are the biggest recipients of the food stamp program under the Department of Agriculture. They get the bulk of that money. And I ain't heard you say nothing, absolutely nothing, about our very own NFL quarterback that built a stadium with $10 million in food stamps. And on top of him wanting to see black folks hungry, this man actually let come out of his mouth that the black women with disabled or handicapped children was because they did something wrong and they deserve it. You ain't got to believe me. It's out there. Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, he did. Now, mind you guys, because y'all are the biggest fans, in order for a single mom to have a disabled child, handicapped child, doesn't that mean you have one with her? Who exactly is Charleston White for other than his damn self? Oh, you ain't laughing now, are you? Oh, you hadn't heard that he said that that's the reason why single black women get more than one baby daddy, letting any and everybody, more than one dude, get up in them, and their child's disability or whatever ails them is because of that? Yeah, he said it. He said these children are disabled or handicapped because the mama was a hoe. Do your mama have a disabled child? My guy, you his biggest fan. Do your sister have a disabled child? Do your auntie or godmother that you love and adore, or your best friend? I'll wait. See, y'all have sat back and allowed this man to be totally disrespectful, and y'all have made him a little bit of money doing it. Not no money he can really do nothing with. Not live away from the hate he created. Because for one thing, we waiting on the major influencer or social media personality to actually pay Charleston White money to say these things about black women and children. We waiting on the arrogant and disrespectful influencer that's gonna pay Charleston White to talk about how he's abused an animal and been arrested for it, not once but twice. See, they can lie all they want to, but the man has the same 2 charges he had from before. Time 2. Yeah, he does. I seen the paperwork. He was released. He had a previous bond on the other charge, just like he had a new one on this one. It was not a bond hearing like that. But, you know, let's see how this go when Tarrant County or wherever he was re-released for bond. See those baggies. Let's see how well he know how to play the system. Like he said, the judge was a simp and he was hot. You know, this man talk like he's some kind of political advocate for black people. And he hate young black men. He despised black women for to say that, and black children. It's sad. And it's a damn shame. Y'all don't forget to hit that like button, respectfully comment, and subscribe. Yeah, go look for it. First, go find the TikTok that he got restricted. Then turn around here and when it first come on, look at that count. See, you can't do that when you got a cannabis license. You cannot possess in the South. No southern state has a legal cannabis place that can license you right now. You gotta go out of state. And like I say, it's up to the state or that local department whether or not they choose to lock you up or prosecute you for that. But one thing I do know before I let y'all go, it has to be an original wrapping when you possess it. And with neither one of them in there. Good luck with that one, Charleston White.